Happy to see Collapse playing Axe again. Not saying it's a good game for it yet, but I feel like he has good understanding of a lot of these, you know, heroes that are similar to Magnus, which he's known for, right? His big trademark hero. But it's gonna be bad out. Don't get to see the Axe. As VP say the same thing. You know what? I think you play a pretty good Axe. Happy to see
he's not
Collapse playing
that. A lot of focus
again. Not
towards
saying it's a good
him
game for it yet.
Spirit have to really think what they're going to be able to get their hands on.
Of a lot of these, you know, heroes that are similar to Magnus, which he's known for, right? His big trademark hero. But it's going to be bad now. Don't get to see the Axe. As VP say the same thing. You know what?
They have pretty bad lockdown right now. Is the downside for Team Spirit having Bloodseeker and Techies.
Obviously,
He's not
Collapse playing
Rapture as well.
Again. Not saying it's a good game for it yet.
Spirit have to really think what they're going to be able to get their hands on.
Of a lot of these, you know, heroes that are similar to Magnus, which he's known for, right? His big trademark hero. But it's gonna be bad now.
In the same boat in terms of starting off as pretty fresh new players in the competitive scene with, you know, 2 or maybe 3 heroes as their pool of heroes. They were different heroes for sure. Squad X was mainly like Storm, Ember Spirit, while Lal was like DK Pango, but they both started really expanding and spreading out. And looking at game 1, I would still say Spirit have to respect that Void Spirit of Squad X. But for now, Queen of Pain, another one Squad X has looked incredible on.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Squad X on Void Spirit last game was just, it was very clinical. He knew exactly when he could go in and get kills, and he did it within, you know, blink of an eye. He saw someone and realized, you're dead, kill them really fast, and then got out before any questions were asked. And I think it's a hero that you have to respect, but obviously any form of high kill potential heroes seem to be what Squad X enjoys playing the most on mid. Plays those bursty type spellcasting heroes. But Spirit, maybe Team Spirit will go towards something like an Invoker mid even, you know, lean back on that if they can get an offlaner with good control here. Obviously, some are being banned out already. Wouldn't be too outside of their pool.
VP going these like steps ahead, thinking, okay, well, if we don't ban the Magnus, we can kind of let him have it. That's all right, but we don't want him to have Darkseer or the Axe. I'm trying to plan ahead.
10 seconds.
I think he's happy to get Magnus though. If he could get it for himself, there's a chance that VP themselves are gonna take it though. When they don't ban Magnus here, I feel like it could be their carry. It could be a hero that they just snag for themselves. Don't let Team Spirit have, because Team Spirit, if you have Empower and Bloodseeker, you're very happy. And Collapse playing it, we've talked about it before. Obviously, he's pretty much the best, you know, known as the best on Magnus. Or among the best.
Brother player cams, show me FNG's grin from ear to ear. He banned my silencer. Okay. Fair enough.
Oh yeah, Spirit have the pick first actually, so they could go for it themselves here.
Steal the Void. Grab the Magnus.
Yeah, I think Magnus feels more natural. Void Spirit does have some heroes that you can pick into it that are not bad. Okay. They go for the support instead, so a waiting move you could say. And Oracle, great for saving people against Beastmaster, also pretty good for protecting against Pugna, whenever Pugna is used aggressively.
Kind of incredible with the Bloodseeker's heal as well, with that false promise. Always at full HP.
That's true.
VP. Double pick time. They've been very methodical and deliberate with their draft, it feels like. You know, they're not making any rash decisions. Quite often we see these teams, you know, have an idea in their head and just snap picking it no matter what. This Oracle pick making them think twice about maybe what they had in mind.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind a hero that's not too common in the current meta, but is a good reaction to what you see here on Team Spirit, would be to take SD. You can get the SD ulti to slow down the Bloodseeker. You can remove the Taser even when he has the shard if he puts it on someone else. And Oracle, you can also remove his debuff and remove the heals.
I like this Oracle pick even more now I start to think about it, because VP had the opportunity here to go Bounty Tinker, which is something that they did in Tour 2 a hell of a lot. And then you have Oracle to like dispel off track, to save people, keep them protected. With Terrorblade instead.
And then Void Spirit again. Run it back. Void Spirit against Oracle Techies. Yeah, I mean, they have some form of control for him, but not that great. And I think VP are probably pretty happy with this. They do reveal the TB now, though. Spirits, they have 2 core heroes to try and solve this. Underlord not going to be available, even though he would have been a good hero against the TB. It's a bit tricky how you want to address this.
You were calling for the Zeus in the previous game against this Pugna. Are we going to see the lol Zeus against TB Pugna?
Zeus against TB is fantastic. It's absolutely amazing. Downside is, though, I'm not sure the Zeus can lane against Void Spirit, but he probably does all right. They go Comfort instead. They say, okay, we're just going to take the Pangolier here, get a nice matchup that we know we can play out on the mid lane. You get some control later on. But I've mentioned this before. I've called this before. Pango against Beast plus TB. You know what can happen, Gareth. Simple roar into TB, just right click. That Pango can disappear faster than you'd expect.
Yeah, it really can. Just disappears to it. VP. Again, I'm just really liking this process of drafting that FNG's got himself locked into. It feels... Just looking at these 4v4 heroes, I would go VP every time. Of course, we still have a couple of bans and then one pick a piece to come. But we're looking at this thinking we need a collapse hero still for the very end. And there are 2 bans to cover him. Whereas VP, they just need an FNG hero. Or a position 4, if that Pugna wants to swap lanes and move things around.
I think it could be a plus 4 hero maybe, but depends. Pugna doesn't trade that well against techies. Usually plus 5 Pugna wins lanes by trading hits, by being fast and having long range. Techies has more damage and longer range than the Pugna, so you don't really win that way. And techies is also pretty fast, so it's tricky to win that lane. I think you put offlane Beast and Pugna here, and then look for a plus 5.
Okay. I was just wondering if we would see, the Ench or the Skywrath Mage, even like a Mirana coming into play. But yeah, I guess if you're looking at it that way, keep that FNG here till the end.
Probably don't want to play Mirana into the Bloodseeker as well, though. That can be tricky.
We saw that.
Tricky at times, but I wouldn't be against them picking perhaps the AA. It's a little bit tricky to play, but they do have Roar to set up. You can throw in the AA ulti to prepare. Ban out from Team Spirit, banning out the Lich. I like that as well. It could have been, it's simple, but it could have worked really well.
The Morphling ban.
Oh, so they're expecting this is an offlane Bloodseeker. Interesting. They think it's offlane Bloodseeker techies, which is definitely very possible here. Bloodseeker can offlane. I didn't really contemplate that even, but good point by VP here that this does not have to be a hard carry at all.
5 seconds.
That's true. Yeah, could swap things up. I guess they're covering their bases, ban out Magnus and the Morphling.
Yeah, exactly. They're not sure what's happening, but they don't want to play against Morphling. It's just Morphling against TB is very nasty, and when he gets Aghanims on Morphling, you have to have Lincolns on TB. It's super annoying because he can just use that Aghanims, and it's easy to use too because you can use the Morphling Aghanims on an illusion, and it targets the real TB, so he loses stats. So you still need to go Lincolns even though you're not showing your main hero. It's super annoying.
I don't know, that Morphling ban now has reminded me of the old days of offlane Morphling, where Ice was playing Tranquil Soul Ring Yules with the stun duration,
Yeah, stun gun Morphling. Oh, that takes me back to the offlane while pulling Ancient Camp, I think, stunning the creeps into the creep wave, and then you pull to the Ancients by using the adaptive. Yeah, that was some shenanigans, man. Dota players so nerdy. So nerdy. Ench coming out. Okay, so Ench is going to be their final support here. There's a lot of good stuff to dispel right now. You have the Pango Shield Crash, you have the Oracle W, the heals, you have the Techies Taser, even the Blood Rage. So Enchant has good value here.
Yeah, it's incredible stuff. And again, it's like a flex here as well. Like you're saying probably Pugna going to be going offlane because he doesn't want to be trading into techies. Is it going to be FNG Enchantress, right?
Probably, yeah. And that's going to be a primal last pick, so that should be their offlaner then. It's going to be Collapse on his primal beast. Going to be running that, probably going to go for the double boost strat. So Yatora is taking up the Bloodseeker here. And indeed, it looks like FNG is going to be playing on that edge.
I mean, I don't know, just looking at it, it feels like this is a squad draft that Team Spirit they could look very good on if they're the ones that come out of laning stage well. They have the vision. They can start fights. They've got lots of ways to chase, collapse on people, gap close with all these heroes and speed and maneuverability they've got. But I do worry if it goes the other way, where VP can decide, you know, where and when they're fighting. I feel that they're stronger overall.
Yeah, I like VP's draft a little bit more, but you know, I'm gonna give a little bit of emphasis here. The Collapse has a really cool Primal Beast set. Chat can't see it yet, but when we get in game, you know, he's got that strong-looking Primal Beast. Maybe he's strong enough, Gareth, to take this game on. I think it did provide him with a bit of good lockdown disable here and a lot of AoE damage against the Terrible. So I think Team Spirit, they're in a better spot than last game, and it's just about how they play it out now.
Execution is king. I mean, Techie's also with a pretty cool set, the Mad Max, with all the mohawks and spiky hair. But before we get ourselves into game 2 to see how things go, EGB, quick video from them.
Что бы они сегодня ни делали и где бы ни умирали, это не моя вина.
Какой грин? Что за хуйня?
And off we go. VP, one game to the good, and it's best of 3 already as they face off against Team Spirit. And early days for both of these squads, only having played 1 or 2 series so far. And the odds reflecting that much closer than some of these other matches we've had. 2.5 to about 1.5 there. Still favoring Spirit though, as they are the upper dogs. VP still the underdogs, the upstarts, trying to steal away wins.
Yeah, we call them the underdogs, but they did dominate game 1 in a really strong way, and obviously they have a lot of really good players on their team as well. It's just we hold Team Spirit to these high expectations, but so far, man, we've seen them play 4 games in the Deep Sea season so far, and I haven't really seen them shine the way I expect them to.
And they're still trying to get in the groove, figure things out. Already early on, Team Spirit come across and block every single bloody camp imaginable. Ancients and large camp gone, but that Radiant Observer Ward saw them leaving.
Yeah, so they have awareness that they invaded, and they also saw them leave without the sentries, so they have full information what happened. They also got a nice little D-ward on the mid lane, and now contesting the runes.
And they saw this Observer Ward placed up here by Miposhka as well. Noticed. And FNG going to take the bounties, so 2 for 2 to start things off. Miposhka's going to get the D-ward up on that little cliff top, and he's going to realize, oh god,
be positive.
I saw us coming.
Yeah, that's a bit tough. So we see the matchups here. Of course, mid, we got 2 universal heroes, the Void Spirit against the Pangolier. Definitely a Void Spirit favored lane, I would say. Void Spirit is quite heavily favored in this. I would say at least 60-40. We'll see how execution is going to be. Silence, of course, we got that Bloodseeker plus Oracle against Beastmaster and Pugna. Definitely a lane that has a lot of burst here, the Pugna Beasts, with the Blast and the Axis.
Now you're going to have to see how these supports can transition out of the lane and maybe guard up some of these runes. Oracle and Techies. You know, in patches gone by, you would say these are not rotating heroes, but of late we've seen people do it anyway. Just have to make sure your positioning is good, get your spells out, and try and guard water runes and active runes in particular. Make sure Void Spirit doesn't have free time.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to move from lane to lane as well. You can just move in for the 6-minute rune. Other than that, use your gateway, the twin gates, to get to the other lane. Techies is a great hero to go behind the enemy lines, so really fantastic hero for rotating. But for now, I think we're just gonna see them play out the lanes and see how it's gonna play.
And drag the waves around, mess with equilibrium a little bit there. Beastmaster gets a bit closer to his tower. Collapse doing the same thing down bottom with a pull from Mira. And that mid lane so far, yeah, 9-2, 7-0 from Squadix. Slight lead.
Yeah, looking fairly even for now though. Not too much of a difference.
Both have damage mitigation as well. Resonant Pulse versus Shield Crash. Aether Remnant and a few bit of hits from Squadix. Lol does have the Swash to fall back on. This is one of those situations where Bloodseeker's laughing. Yeah, everybody low HP. I can start sprinting around.
Exactly.
Causing a bit of havoc.
Yep, he is a hero that thrives on the aggression on the side lanes. That's what we see as well. Techies continuously laying into the TB or the Ench whenever he's able to. But they're fighting back. They use the Metamorphosis as well to try and do as much damage as they can. Not that they're buffing up anyone on the side lanes, but Techies jumps in.
Yeah, and onslaught forward from Collapse, looking for FNG, does get the kill. Mira trying to skirt around the trees, but the Terrorblade is there with a reflection and this Metamorphosis. Getting some good damage onto him. Shipping that Collapse as well.
Ultimately a support for support, but Kirtik getting that kill is probably very happy on this TB. Got some value for his meta, because meta was gonna run out in just a little while. Now at least he got a kill during it.
And FNG just stacking up blood grenades. Chuck these at the enemies as often as possible. And brings out a couple of items that his TB wanted from Fountain. Techies really is just constantly annoying. Up at top, Miposhka just trying to hold back the Pugna, trading blows reasonably well, but when the axes come in from long range, the Beastmaster is so good at sort of joining that additional 1v1 fight from long range.
Yeah, definitely. And for now, though, Bloodseeker is doing a great job. He has the early upgraded stick, so he has 15 charges on the magic stick here. And while Beastmaster has done a lot of harassing with his axes, a lot of that is just mitigated by the heal bottom lane. He goes down to another jump.
Yeah, an awful lot of damage from these level 3 heroes from Team Spirit down bottom. A lot of gap close. Like it's kind of a surprise effect as well. Both can be hidden by the fog or waiting just for that moment to strike.
Yeah, they reach you from so far away. Very difficult to stay in a safe position there.
What even is the range of blast off?
What is it, like 1200 or something? 1000? I don't know.
I can't see it on the tooltip. Yeah, something like that.
I think it's like 1000 cast range-ish. I mean, it's longer than your attack range.
Yeah. That's for sure. Kirtik. Raindrops, 1 charges. Probably not going to be the hero that dies. FNG just sacrificing himself very often. These things pick up a little bit in the mid lane. Pango getting some good damage onto Squadix. Both of them towing that line, getting very low.
Yeah, this is the race to level 6. Whoever gets level 6 first has a big edge in this lane.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Lol just trying to keep that pressure on. And another little move again by Team Spirit, just to keep that wave in front of their tower. Makes things more uncomfortable for the TB with that longer lane to chase with the onslaught and the blast off. We need to have some pulls back by FNG to try and drag this wave away.
Precious bump.
Yeah. TB doesn't want to give all these creeps away for free here. Sticks around to try and get some denies on the tower.
So why doesn't... Oh, so they're going to go in on him. Blast off and trample there. Mira does die. Kirtik staying alive. The raindrops and the 1 charge is enough to keep him alive. And Collapse dies to an FNG double kill.
Oh, he stays alive. The grenade, not enough. He's out healing it with the regen. He would have died 100% if the onslaught connected there. He missed the 95 damage extra from the onslaught, and because of that, TB survives, stays alive here, gets healed up, passed a little bit of regen, and he's gonna be so happy with that.
Miposhka with a backstab through the twin gate. Sticky bomb, Fortune's End, and that purifying flames at level 2 is enough burst damage this time around. Well, I was going to ask you, why is FNG not pulling? And I guess he answered with a couple of kills.
Yeah, I mean, really well played there, and you can see why the Metamorphosis has to be respected in the laning stage as well. It's so strong. He did put 2 points into it for that extra bit of attack range, extra bit of damage, and also Enchantress. Pretty strong hero early on. Yatra now making a move down bottom. They want to get TB again.
Yeah, Team Miposhka down here.
Oh, TB is in danger, maybe.
Darrow's overboard. The keep vision on him. Onslaught, Bloodright, Kirtik in trouble with a blast off landing. Mira gets the kill. Team Spirit are really not messing around with 4 heroes down here, 7 minutes in.
Yeah, that was a terrible death because now he doesn't have his TP when he respawns, and that leaves bottom lane exposed a bit here. Catapult wave as well. Collapse going off to take some big creep. I think he should stay here and just deal damage to the tower and push the creep wave. Use trample.
Yeah, curious. He's not going for it. Respecting the FNG Enchantress with a Centaur.
Yeah, well, probably more respecting Squadix potentially TPing in there. He's worried about getting TP ganked by the mid laner. as Terrorblade is gonna run towards bottom, but maybe farm his way there in the jungle. Looking over at noticed on his Beastmaster in this game, he has ideas of going for the Helm of the Overlord. Doesn't look like he wants to go for the same build as we saw last game with the Aghanim's Rush. Commits to the Helm.
Try and spread that map a bit more. You can definitely open things up. The Void Spirit with a bit of space. Of course, you want that ability to buy time for Terrorblade to farm, as Enchantress does get sniped out by both dire supports.
Yeah, a lot of magic burst with level 3 Purifying Flames, and she doesn't have any point in healing yet. Even if she did, wouldn't really be able to out-heal the damage there. Bottom lane, Sunder gets used. Keep himself happy.
Yeah, Collapse sent back. And line was drawn there by F&G saying, hey, they've got bottom rune. Arcane for Lal here. He's got his Rolling Thunder ready. You've got to be very careful with their movements and where they head next. Sayo, she's going to scout them. F&G with a Centaur Stomp. Irritating Lal a little bit. And still yet to see Scodex really get into the thick of things.
Yeah, for now, not really coming online yet. Just mainly farming. He is doing a good job staying ahead of the Pango. A nice 800 gold lead on that mid lane. But we also see the same kind of advantage in the carry to carry. Bloodseeker is 1,000 gold ahead of the Terrorblade right now, who has left for jungle, but he only has 2 points in Conjure Image. So scaling up Sunder, scaling 2 points in Metamorphosis, he's not going to farm that fast.
Yeah, and he's quite a bit of time. I'm going to lose that bottom tier 1, it looks like, as well. And the Centaur nearly kills off the Pango's courier. It'll flap its wings back to safety as Mira tries to line a blast off on and gets it as FNG clipped by the stun, killed off by the bomb. Another freebie pick off there for Team Spirit.
This Team Spirit coming in a way better way into this game than last one. Mid now, looking for a rupture.
Yeah, one Astral Step, Ether Remnant down, but this smoke wraparound from the rest of the team is going to allow the Rolling Thunder to crash onto Squadex and finish him off. No points in Dissimulate, so no real way to escape.
That was very nice because now they can play for that mid tower at the same time as Collapse is working on that bottom tower alone. Leave him to himself. TP is scared to show up, and all of VP just now they're the ones looking a little bit inactive on the map here. Team Spirit are just making moves. A lot of it thanks to Maposhka and how he's running around on his Oracle, just joining these fights.
That's kind of classic TB gameplay, right? You're trying to create this barrier in front of him, protect him while he farms. So you get bogged down in these fights where Team Spirit are the ones choosing when and where to go. They've got this vision advantage, getting on top of people, and playing very quickly from one side of the map to the other. Yeah, now they're up top, aiming for notice. Sticky Bomb and Blast Off are there from Mira. Slow him down and catch him out. He roars back, but the Proxy Mines will finish him off.
That was just clumsy. He saw the smoke. They had vision on the 3-man smoke from mid lane, and he stuck around. You saw him turn around there for a little bit of more access. If he just ran, played it safe, he would have definitely lived. And when you have information that the enemy are smoking, you can see it. They smoke under a ward. That death should not happen.
And Team Spirit are like, right, we killed top. Let's go back down to mid, guard our tower, keep Lal going. With 5 seconds left for Rolling Thunder, they can fight any given moment. I'm still waiting for some of these primary items for VP to come in as well. Echo Saber on this Void Spirit, Beastmaster, Helm of the Dominator not yet complete, but he does have these ancient stacks to gather up a bit more gold.
TB kind of back out here. Wise choice as Collapse was eyeing him up. Knows that he can't solo kill him, but with the help of his Oracle or Techies, he would be able to definitely bring him down. Stay safe though. I think the Void Spirit Echo Saber, like you said, is going to be very crucial here for him to start going for kills and making moves. He hasn't really joined for anything, just kind of farming for now. But once he has his first item, he will look towards make those rotations.
4.5 to 1 odds now. Team Spirit getting into the rhythm of things. Like we were saying, gonna look sloppy in some of these game 1s, the best of 3s. Game 2 and 3, they do turn things around. Now gathered up mid. Onslaught from Collapse. Straight onto the Pugna ward. Trying to find out who's in the back as well, but with that Ether Remnant, Void Spirit slips away from the Pango's grasp.
Nice deny on the ward, but in the end, not too much of a defense being mounted here for mid. However, not the best pushing heroes either on the side of Team Spirit. They do drop some mines here from techies, and just the power of friendship is going to bring this one down. Orb of Corrosion giving a bit of minus armor to the tower. All of them just clicking away.
Little by little, we'll destroy our enemies, crush their towers. This is all room for Kiritix on his Terror Blade, though, as he gets to farm in his little pockets of farm.
Look at the ancient stack, they're going to steal it.
So juicy. Oh, collapse. Free money for the Primal Beast. Oh, they've got to defend this. Noticed he can't let them get away with it. But I don't know, going up high ground blind is so spooky. Pango and Primal Beast, even the Bloodseeker joining here. It's a 5-man move from Spirit.
That was a big blow to their economy right there, losing all that, losing the control of your own ancients as well, as it's now warded up to clear out the Hawk as well. That was noticed farm. He needed that to get closer towards his Helm of the Overlord. He has the Dominator, but Dominator isn't really that great at 13 minutes. Not the strongest timing, and look at the net worth of all these core players. 6.8, 6.5, 6.2. Great farm for the side of Team Spirit.
Yeah, while we're waiting for primary items on the Radiant, we're already starting to move to secondary ones on Team Spirit. The Diffusal Blade is here for Lal, so he's hit another power spike to play aggressively into the enemy ancients again. And of course, Yatoro finished off his Maelstrom a while ago, so BKB next on the docket for him. Once we get to these BKBs and these huge items coming out from Primal Beast and Pango, things are spooky for VP, who are okay, they've got 2 cores in the Void Spirit and the Terror Blade, but as the game drags out, it's starting to feel like it's just going to be the Terror Blade who can stand and fight. And Collapse is moved in onto this Wisdom Rune. TB does come in to battle around it. False Promise on Primal Beast to save him a 5 at a time as he cancels out the life drain on Sayur's Pugna. Now the Rolling Thunder from Lal will arrive, crashing in onto Pugna as well, but Squadex has been able to fight back along with his TB. A double kill for Lal, but 2 kills equally for the other side as well.
Yeah, and again, they were free farming on Bloodseeker meanwhile, so he was just farming an ancient stack. You want to say this was good for VP, and it definitely was. They were behind, so they get a little bit more gold for this fight, and the experience is well worth it as well. But still, they're not getting a clean victory here in the sense that Yatoro is still scaling towards that BKB, and you're not going to be able to take a tower because look at where the fight transpired. It was on your own tier 2 area, so you can only dream about getting a tier 1 tower for this fight.
I'm going to try and get out on the map, try and grab Lal. He's pig-poled up, and he's away from them.
Yeah. Shield
Terror Blade under vision.
Spirits. The shield rune lasts for so long. I think it's like 75-second duration, by the way. So Squadex can make a move with this rune still.
Just moving into a blank space on the map, sadly for them, though. There's nobody down here. Team Spirit are angling towards the Terror Blade. Might come into contact with FNG first. And Neposhka, he's going to show himself now.
FNG still didn't find this ward. There's just a ward on the cliff. The most obvious ward, sometimes the hardest one to find, I guess. As he goes out, clears the ancient block that was also there, but he hasn't removed this ward that just sees the entire triangle.
Yeah, he's gonna have to realize soon. Trying to push in onto Sayush, but bottom kill as well. Yeah, you're right. Yatoro dead, and multiple fights at the same time. The big one though, that Yatoro Bloodseeker.
Massive, getting 830 gold for that one as they bring down the Pugna, but not getting nearly as big of a chunk of money for that. Also getting some action here for Void Spirit, right? He has to get involved in these kills. He's working on getting a Mat Stall next, get some stats, get some Dispel here. Great game to have Dispel for sure.
Yeah, and in that mid lane we had Pango spend his Rolling Thunder to kill off the Pugna. Sayush did that little positioning trick to get pushed to high ground, but still gets jumped on. The swash.
I like how Kiritix is one of those players who like plans his entire life ahead, basically. If you look at his quick buy, he currently has Eye of Skadi, he wants a BKB, he wants a Nullifier, probably has more queued up. We just can't see more. The list has to end there, you know.
So he's just keeping this Yasha as a Yasha?
For now, yeah.
Sayush, oh dear. Team Spirit, again, just playing with numbers, making sure that they have that initiation advantage. Get everybody on top of these supports, as FNG's Enchantress will try and glimmer away, but the Swashbuckle offers so much damage.
Yeah, Swashbuckle, great way to burst down the Enchantress. She doesn't have that much armor, and you don't care about being slowed when you just use Swashbuckle for insta attack procs. And she did get one of the D wards there, but there's another ward now on the lane in mid lane that he hasn't found yet. So doing a good job keeping deep vision here on the side of Team Spirit. So far, playing really well around their Pango as well. Does he have an entire Aghanim's? He does. Aghanim's is coming out.
That's the thing, right? These secondary items coming up so much quicker than VP's. I noticed he's all alone bottom, but it looks like he will get the TP out of there. And very close to finishing off that Helm of the Overlord. But at this point, it feels like Team Spirit just need a kill or two to pop into Roche, get Aegis, and keep this game spiraling out of control.
Yeah, it is top Roshan for now, and they're playing the bottom area, so not gonna get Inheim soon, but they still have their tier 1 tower top as well. I think TB needs to get there, send some illusions on this tower, open up the map a bit, because right now, these towers have to go. Like, you need to get a bigger map so you can actually find space to farm on TB.
No, just gonna see them all with a Hawk. Oh, there's 5 heroes down here, huh? Well, okay.
Guess I'm not going in there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run away then. See you, boy. And that'll give the opportunity for actually Pugner to get a bit of chip damage on the tier 1. But now Team Spirit, Rainbow TPs, everybody coming up top.
This is the play for Roche. They're all TPing top, not only to defend tier 1, but also wanting to perhaps get a kill and then maybe go straight into Roche, or just go for a tier 2 push right now. But I think, looks like they don't want to go Roche immediately.
Yeah, man, Porsche is probably calling, hey guys, I put all these observer boards down bottom. Let's use them. Let's not waste the vision we've got.
Yeah,
Get through the twin gates.
Thinks he's safe down here, but wisely only sending his creeps to push out the lane.
Oh, the rest of the VP doing a pretty good job setting base camp up. And the enemy agents near that mid tier 2 and getting some pressure there.
Yeah, this pressure is really great. Everyone TP top before, so they can't really TP mid. This is a really good choice to just go and push mid tower.
FNG. Career sniping.
Oh, he's in danger now.
Just, yeah, pop smokes and break ganks. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's dead.
Wow.
Just a swash into shield crash.
That was a lot of damage that he took right there.
I mean, what is he? 927 HP.
Yeah, you could also say it that way, that he's a, essentially a glorified range creep, but let's pretend he took a lot of damage, Garrett.
Squishy, squishy. I mean, lol. He's getting to ridiculous points of damage now. Mira did get poked out a little bit by the TB and the Pugner. Yeah. There's some backup arriving.
20 minutes. Could see DP back up here with the TB and try and take their own Tormentor, but we also see Team Spirit wanting to claim that Wisdom Rune. They're making a move over for it.
Yeah, they're clearing out waves so quickly here. Bottom's already pressing onto tier 2. Mid wave destroyed by Collapse, and he pulverizes into this Void Spirit. Just trying to irritate Squadix and hold him around his mid lane while the rest of his team are gathering up their forces.
He just brushes off the damage that he just took. He has the Boots of Bearing Vanguard. He's just chasing him down here. Not really threatening to kill him, but he is very annoying. He has Arcane Rune as well, so could charge him again.
Hey, I mean, he's forced Astral Steps, cooldowns. Squadix not comfortable in his own skin.
Collapse. He loves this build. The Boots of Bearing and the Face Boots. Super fast Primal Beast doing a lot of damage with Trample.
Oh, he does, yeah. And he was doing this even before the upgraded Boots of Bearing.
That's true.
He's doing this when it still had charges.
Oh yeah, it's so much better now. Having infinite uses.
I feel super good. God, a blink on Pango. I've honestly not clicked Bloodseeker in a good 5 minutes. What's he up to?
He's got Mjolnir coming out now, so he has the full Mjolnir and he has BKB, and he wants Shard next. Very useful Shard for increasing your DPS. Also looks like he's got his future planned out in his quick buy. Shard, Nullifier, wants a Basher, and upgrade into Abyssal. Sounds good.
Yeah, it does. I mean, things have slowed down in the past couple of minutes. A bit of breathing room for VP to get this Terrorblade off the ground a little bit. We've gotten into the Helm for the Beastmaster. Mantis done what he done on the Void Spirit. So VP not looking as bad as they were 10 minutes ago. Or at least the situation doesn't look as bad as it did 10 minutes ago. Definitely more chances to fight, and they're going in. Roar the Pango, catch the backlines. Oracle being harried by the Void Spirit. Lyle does get off his Rolling Thunder, though, and a bit of an escape here with Collapse backing him up. Glimmer and a Pig Pole, getting the Void Spirit the distance he needs. And Team Spirit, 4 heroes around that mid lane. Do rebuff the efforts.
Kind of failed attempt there, as they didn't have to use the false promise, and they still forced out the meta, the roar, and now this is a terrible time for VP. They're gonna have to try and dodge the damage as the smoke comes out. Team Spirit, they want to put the hurt on.
Yeah, I mean, a 2-minute window for this TB, pretty massive for Team Spirit. Getting behind them in this top lane.
I think you just break the top area, completely snap this part of the map open, and you're going to get access to the Tormentor. You can get to tier 2 gold bottom, though.
Squadix going for a solo kill on Mira. I don't know what he popped Lotuses and mech and everything. He's back to full HP. And the rest of Team Spirit, they're on the Tormentor. So yeah, stealing that up. Grab a shard, pulverizing an illusion. Yeah, nothing VP can do about that.
Illusion can't really steal it anyway, as it dies from the AoE damage, but it's going to be shard over for the techies of Mira. So he has that available now.
Right, holding back the push from Enchantress and his creeps. And FNG in the Glimmer Cave, a little bit of safety. Wraps around and breaks the ankles. TP's out from him and Sayush. Ooh, they get out of there.
Good TP. Okay, to be fair, they didn't lose their tier 2 tower top, and they have meta in 60 seconds again. I think VP got away in a pretty decent way for how bad of a situation they were in there. And also, Roshan wasn't taken. So maybe a power spike timing not really utilized to its fullest here for Team Spirit. I'm surprised they haven't taken Rosh yet, with how long they've been dominating the map now.
Yeah, taking their sweet time with that. Just farming creeps and getting all his items up.
Yeah, I guess it's risky against the Beastmaster possibly. You know, the Hawk could always be on you, but just feels like when you're in the lead, you want to start getting those roaches, not just for the Aegis immediately, but for the next spawn to be earlier so you can get the Aegis and cheese for potential high ground pushes.
It's got to be said, VP doing a very good job with these supports. Like Sayush hiding the trees, cutting waves. FNG's been shoving with his little creeps.
Yeah.
Creates nice little vacuums in behind them as well, where nice open space for the Terrorblade to farm Ancients, not really being contested as heavily as they were previously. Collapse, gonna TP up top, try and put an end to this nonsense. Glimmer counteracted by a dust. Yeah, core hero carrying dust. Feels good, man. And Sayush gets pummeled down by the Primal Beast with a pulverize to finish it off.
Gets the slam on him, the solo takedown there. Wait, which one hero got 145 gold for that? Who helped him? Was it
the Warpine Raider neutral creeps? I don't know.
Did he have buffs on him from or something when he TP'd in? I'm not sure how he didn't get solo kill gold for that.
Fight recap doesn't say any other heroes got gold.
Yeah, but it does say that 350. Is it the tower counting as the +1 hero?
The Dire got gold?
I don't know, man. I'm just confused.
Yeah,
Shouldn't he be getting all the gold for himself there?
So one thing I'll point out is Pugner lost 146 gold, which seems weirdly coincidental. That's close to 145. I don't know, man.
Well, I mean, that's just death gold lost, but 350 is definitely too little gold for a solo kill like that as well. So it makes sense that it should be about 500 gold for the kill. I'm just curious why he didn't get all of it on Primal Beast.
I'm not entirely sure.
Maybe just Dota tooltips being Dota tooltips, you know. Perhaps he did get all the gold. I didn't click him before and after.
Yeah, just a bit wonky. Oh, hello. They're on TV. Glimmer Cave, try and get away from this beast and Rolling Thunder. Team Spirit, just 2 heroes there poking at the Terrorblade. I guess they're trying to force him to use Meta or Sunder or something like that.
Yeah, he kept his cool though, didn't use anything, and he is only 600 gold away now from the BKB on Terrorblade. That will be a pretty good power spike. He's still less farmed than the Bloodseeker, and Pango is also staying ahead of him, but Terrorblade does get pretty damn strong when he has Skadi and BKB. Now, finally, it looks like Team Spirit, 26 minutes into the game, they are going towards this Rosh.
Finally. Into the pit. Off we go. Yeah, VP just kind of weathering this storm.
VP are just going to push out the lanes. They're just going to try and fix the map a little bit here. Push mid with Lucians, take some push bottom with Enchantress, and use the jungle as much as you can. 27 minutes, so new neutral items to be found. That's a nice, nice thing to try and grab before a possible Aegis push comes in as well. Get some items before you get shot out of the map. It's really useful.
Every little helps. FNG, ever the nuisance. Yatra comes in to clear the wave, gets immediately centaur stomped in that bottom lane.
Like
Beastmaster. He's got